I'm going to show you the strongest build for the Necromancer and Loop Hero. So what you are going to want are thickets and rivers. So forest and rivers, but don't place any of the normal forest. Just wait till you get thickets. It's worth the wait. You're going to want to run a river down and up, and then across and then down and up again if possible, depending on the map. Because when a thicket has 2 to 3, like it can stack. So say this thicket right here has 3 rivers next to it, so you get the doubling bonus from the river 3 times. The other big thing is, and this is the biggest thing with this, is you are going to need to get unseen care as one of your first like 3 traits or so, and then also you're going to need laying down one's life as one of your first like 4, maybe 5 traits. Like the most important one is unseen care, but you have to get laying down one's life in order to keep going in the late game, because they'll hit so hard single target that if you get unlucky, they'll start, taking out your health. So if you don't get those in your first like 3 to 4 traits, you can just leave, come back, and try again. But whenever you finally get a run where you get unseen care early and then get laying down one's life just sometime early before you start dying, then you're basically invincible. Another good one is field practice, which will help you go even longer and longer and longer. But the main one is unseen care. So what happens is you get a permanent plus 0.5 bonus to your energy armor every time you summon a skeleton. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get unseen care really early. Then you're going to want to, with your gear, make sure that you have max skeletons +1 and +1. Like you need 2 different pieces of gear that have max skeletons +1. At least that. I mean, you could get the another one just so you get another summon per battle. So that way you can get like more summons per battle. Then also the thickets give you attack speed, so you get to summon even more per battle. So then you want to try to find, in the early game, you're going to want to try to find a balance between having the skeletons not be strong enough, but not having them be so weak that you lose. And then the other thing that you're going to need to do is try as quickly as possible to get 4 enemies on every tile that have a soul. So what I use for that is groves, vampire mansions, and cemeteries. You gotta be careful with the vampire mansions early until you get the traits and you're strong enough. Once you're strong enough, you want every single battle to have the vampire because it gives you an additional soul. The thing about the souls is you're gonna want for a building. I almost forgot this other building. I don't even know where it is on the map at this point. This map is, oh, here it is at the bottom. You can't see because of the cards. There's the ancestral crypt. You're going to want to unlock that. You're going to want to put that as your card, your one special card, placed at the very beginning of your game. And that way, what happens here is with every single loop, my character is going to get, I don't know, like almost 1,000 HP at this point, because there's there's 5 souls on every single tile. Because skeletons have a soul, plus there's a vampire. If there's a vampire on top of the skeleton, so you got like 5 souls, 5 souls, 5 souls. So each battle gives 15 HP. So 15, 30, 45. So, you go through it. I'm here on loop 13, and my summoner has 4,500 HP. And the other thing is, like I said, if you get with all this attack speed, what you can do is, like I said, make your skeletons weak enough to where they're constantly dying, but they are not so weak that you can never even do damage. So, like, you got to find a balance and take your time on upgrading skeleton level on your gear, so that you can meet that equilibrium early on. And what that allows for is you'll have battles where you'll actually end up summoning skeletons 20, 30, 40 times because they die so much. But if you have enough attack speed, they instantly come back. So then as long as you have that damage split, your life won't be in danger like at all during that. And that'll allow you to farm the energy shield while you're still in the early game. And then once you get later on, once you get to a point where you feel like you've farmed enough, then you just go ahead and start stacking, like, with your gear, good energy, skeleton level, and just, make yourself OP. And then you just are completely invincible, basically. Like right now, I have 1,464 magic HP. My skeleton level is 19.5 on loop 13. And I'm basically invincible at this point. On this round, I'm actually going to have fun just seeing how many loops I can go to, because it gets exponential, kind of. So we're going to see how many loops I can go to, but I really wish I would have done this on the last level. Actually, it would have been way better on the last level to finally get the perfect build on a run. But yeah, once you have all that, you're basically invincible. The other thing that helps a lot is, if you happen to get it, is Treasure Hunter. because it allows you to have so many more choices for gear that you can, more easily just upgrade your gear and be, crazy good. As for these chrono crystals, for that slot, there was just nothing else for me to put in that slot. So I just put in chrono crystals and just threw them down. So in the early game, I could have 4 per tile more easily. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. Yeah, it's OP. That summoner honestly needs a nerf. It'll probably be nerfed eventually. So I don't know if you're watching from a year from now, if they actually nerf things and stuff and change things like that in this game, there's no way summoner will be this strong, dude. It's actually broken. Like, it's so broken. I mean, by loop 20, I'm gonna have like 10,000 HP and like 3,000 magic HP or something. It's gonna be so dumb. So yeah, if you're wanting to know the strongest Necromancer build in Loop Hero, this is pretty much it. If this video helped you, consider helping us by subscribing to our channel. Tap this button over here and hit the red subscribe button. Subscriptions help a lot, even if you never watch our videos again. Ha 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 ha!